everybody. Welcome to the NBC Game of the Week, June 19th, 1982, Saturday afternoon in sunny California. It is the Chicago White Sox taking on the California Angels. And of course, this is posting on June 19th, 2021, which is also a Saturday. Let's look at the starting pitchers for both teams. For the Angels, it'll be left-hander Jeff Zahn. And Zahn enters the game, or in the season, had 18-8 record with a 3.73 ERA. And Rich Dotson for the White Sox, 11-15, 3.84 ERA. Let's look at the starting lineups for both teams. We bring the score sheet in. I don't have a field for Anaheim Stadium, so that's why there's no field there. I've got the new one that the Angels play in, but it's not the same, so I didn't want to use that. So we're just going to go without a field. We have the logos, but no field. All right. Starting lineups. First for the White Sox, Ron LeFleur in center, Tony Bernazard at second, Steve Kemp in left, Greg Luzinski the DH, Tom Paciorek at first, Mark Hill catching, Harold Baines in right, Aurelio Rodriguez at third, and Bill Allman the shortstop. For the Angels, Brian Downing in left, Rod Carew at first, Don Baylor the DH, Reggie Jackson in right field, Bobby Grich at second, Fred Lynn in center, Doug DeCinces at third, Tim Foley at short, and Bob Boone catching. Ballpark effects. Singles are 1-13 for both lefties and righties. Home runs 1-12 for both lefties and righties. All right, so with those preliminaries out of the way, let's get going here. Jeff Zahn's going to finish those warm-up tosses, and the speedster Ron LeFleur steps in. The White Sox won this actual game 7-6. So we'll see if history repeats itself or whether California can sneak a victory. Now, in the last game, I showed the standings. I don't think a whole lot has changed in that 1 week. Let's see what the Stratomatic computer has to say for the American League, because that's the primary one we're looking at the moment. And we have... Well, actually, I think I showed the stats on this before I went from the last game. But Kansas City leads by half a game, California half game back, and Chicago a game and a half back. So they're right there together at second and third place, battling with the Kansas City Royals. It's pretty much a three-team race. Minnesota is 8.5 back, and Seattle 9 back. So, and then Oakland way back at 12 games back. So Oakland not doing well at all in the replay, despite Billy Ball. It's just not working. I guess their pitching is not doing what it needs to be doing, so they are struggling big time. And, of course, Texas is just awful. All right, in the East, Boston has a 7-game lead on Detroit and Milwaukee. Cleveland is 8 games back with Baltimore 8 games back. Toronto 9.5, and the Yankees 11. So we'll see how that goes. Again, it's still early. So we're only in the middle of June, so it's a long way to go. Ron LeFleur facing Jeff Zahn. Game of the week is underway. 1-8 for LeFleur. Split chance 1-7, but that's a 12. It'll be a double. So not a home run, but a leadoff double for Ron LeFleur. And the Sox are off to a good start. LeFleur will have to be held on. Tony Bernazard, second baseman, will be stepping to the plate. He's an excellent bunter. They could try to bunt LeFleur to third, but he's already in scoring position, so I think you want to take 3 hacks at getting a base hit here. 2-6, and he pops out to short. 2-5 would have been a big hit. 2-6, he pops it to short. And perhaps hindsight saying you should have bunted, but what are you going to do? All right, here is Steve Kemp, lefty on lefty against Jeff Zahn. Nothing on the Havoc. 3-10 against the lefties. Ground ball first base B. That'll get the runner to third base with 2 down. And then it would have been very interesting to see had they gotten the runner to third by Bernazard, whether the infield would have played back or played in. You never can tell about those things. But it's 2 outs, runner at third now on LeFleur, and here is the bull, Greg Luzinski. 2-8 for Luzinski, and he grounds it to third to end the inning. So Zahn pitches out of that, and I believe every result came off the batter card on that particular inning. I think it did. I'll double check it, but I'm pretty sure it did. But Zahn got away with it. So nothing doing for the Sox. We go to the bottom of the first. Chicago nothing. California coming to bat. And Rich 280Z Dotson is going to toe the slab for the White Sox. Brian 10 Downing Street, the left fielder, will lead things off for the Angels. 5-4. That's a ground ball. Third base X, and the third baseman for the White Sox is Aurelio Rodriguez. He's a 2E17. 215 is a good play. E17 and an 11 is okay. 12's an error, but 11 is good. So Rodriguez makes the tough play, and Downing is retired. Here's sweet swinging Rod Carew for 10. That's a strikeout. So Dotson got Carew off the pitcher card and struck him out. Only had 49 strikeouts and 523 at-bats, did Carew. Here's Don Baylor. 1-6 for Baylor, pops it up to short, and the inning is over. So another 1-2-3 inning as both pitchers have a very easy first inning. Top of the second, Jeff Zahn back out. Zahn's got a fatigue of 6, as does Dotson. And they've got plenty of guys in the bullpen to cover in case they need to cover. Here's Paciorek. 6-6, Zahn finally gets one off his own card, but it's not good. 1-5 is a triple, but that's a 20, so it will be a leadoff single for Tom Paciorek. He leads off. He will not go anywhere, but he will be held. And here's Mark Hill. Nothing on the Havoc. 4-8 for Mark Hill. He flies to left. Put away out there by Downing, one away. And here's Harold Baines. Nothing on the Strat, or on the Havoc, I should say. 1-6 for Baines, but that will be Havoc by Baines. That'll be a home run for Harold Baines. A 1-6 against a lefty. That's a home run, Harold Baines. Baines making his case for the Hall of Fame. He's deservedly so by some and maybe not so by others, but in this one, he tells Jeff Zahn, or makes Jeff Zahn think he's a Hall of Famer, but one bat does not a career make. But it is a 2-run homer for Harold Baines, and the Sox lead it 2-0. And the Southern California faithful not very happy about it. Here's Rodriguez. 3-6 against Zahn is a pop-up to short. That's 2 down. That'll bring up the third baseman, Bill Almond. 4-10, and that's a catcher X. That's going to be Bob Boone. He's a 1E3. 1 and a 20 is a ground ball of some sort. G1, obviously, and that's a 7. He is an E3. There is no 7, so it's good play. Just a little nubber in front of the plate that he takes care of. But Baines took care of 2 runs with a 2-run homer. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Pale Hose. Dotson back out. We'll face Reggie. And he's going to see if he can concentrate on hitting instead of worrying about trying to kill the queen. 1-8. And it's a 1-5 single, but a 10 says he grounds to second. Bernazard throws him out. 1 down. Here's Bobby Grich. 1-4 for Grich. It's a ballpark single check, which is a 1-13. That's a 3. It's a base hit for Bobby Grich. He will not run anywhere, but he will be held for Freddie Lynn. Nothing on the Havoc. Dotson to Lynn. 5-2. That's a ballpark home run chance. 1-12. That's an 11. It is gone. Fred Lynn. A 2-run homer matches the 2-run homer from Baines. And Lynn drives one deep. And without injuries, he may have been a Hall of Famer as well. But Lynn took care of it. Ties the game at 2-2. And now the California faithful a little bit more excited. Here's Doug DeCinces. 4-7, and that's a walk. Dotson getting a little bit unraveled after the home run. DeCinces will not go anywhere, but he will be held. Here's the Havoc. 1 chance for a wild pitch. Need another 1 for that. There is no wild pitch. It's blocked by Mark Hill. Here's Tim Foley. 1-6 for Foley. Ground ball second base A. That's a 4-6-3 tailor-made double play to end the inning. But 2-run homer from Fred Lynn as he matches the 2-run homer from Harold Baines. At the end of 2, we are tied at 2. The top of the 3rd, and Jeff Zahn back out to face the top of the order. Ron LaFleur doubled his first chance up. 3-7 against a lefty, struck him out. LaFleur out on strikes, 1 away, and here's Tony Bernazard. 6-4, switch hitter batting right. That is a ballpark single check. Again, 1-13, but that's a 19. So it's simply going to be a line out to short for out number 2. And that brings up Steve Kemp. 6-3, and that's going to be a fly to left. 1-2-3 inning for Zahn. As he says to the Sox, you will kneel to Zahn. And that'll bring up Bob Boone. Start the bottom of the 3rd, tied at 2, 1-7. And that's a fly to left. 1 down for Brian Downing. 6-8 against Dotson is a good chance for the hitter. 1-3 is a triple, 4-20 is a single. That's a 16. So Brian Downing, 1 out single. Not a very good runner for somebody that's a leadoff hitter, but he does have excellent on-base percentage. He will be held, because pretty much everybody's held. All right, nothing on the havoc. Here's Carew. 3-10 for Carew. Ground ball to second base C. That'll move the runner up, but it's 2 down now. It will take a 2-out single or some sort of hit from Don Baylor to get the run home. Baylor popped to short his first time up. 2, chance for a balk or a pass ball. We're checking pass ball on Mark Hill. His pass ball rating's a 5. And he gets by him. So Mark Hill, off the tip of his glove, pass ball. And that moves Downing to 3rd, which can be big because that means he automatically scores on a base hit. At second base, it could be questionable. Havoc again. That's another 2. Chance for another balk or pass ball. Chance time for a balk. 1-2 on Dotson. Nothing going on there. No balk. So Baylor's got to earn it. 2-8 for Baylor, and all these hits in column 2, and he popped it up to first. He only has a couple of out shots here in column 2, and he found that one. He pops it up. And Pashor puts it away to end the inning. So nothing doing there for... Put it on the wrong spot there, didn't I? I was in the wrong... I thought something looked weird there. Put it in the wrong score area. It was Baylor who popped up to first, not Luzinski. I'll get it straight. Nothing doing there. At the end of 3, it is 2-2. Top of the 4th, Luzinski will lead off against Greg Zahn. Or Jeff Zahn, not Greg Zahn. Greg Zahn was a journeyman catcher back in the day. All right, Jeff Zahn, no relation, I don't believe. In fact, they spelled the name differently, so I know it wasn't a relation. He spelled it Z-A-U-N back then. Here's the bull. He grounded to 3rd his first time up. 4-7. Just a right-hander. That's a fly to center. Dot there, but he's not tired, so nothing to worry about. Here's Wimpy. He singled and scored his first time up. 4-5, and that's a ground ball to short. Easy play for Foley. No tomfoolery there. He made the play easily. And here is Mark Hill. 1-7 for Hill. That's a 2-out single. Keeps the inning going. And here's Baines. Had that big 2-run homer last time. Now Mark Hill, one of the few that will not be held. So no worries of holding the runner there. Nothing on the havoc. Here's Harold Baines. 5-8. Struck him out. So Zahn gets his revenge. Nothing doing there. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score, or still tied at 2 rather. Rich 280Z Dotson back out facing Reggie Jackson. And so far the queen is still safe. 6-3, that's a fly ball left field X. Left fielder is Steve Kemp. He's a 4 E8. 4-20, he gets to that. E8 and an 8 is a good play. So Steve Kemp ranges over to get it. One away. Brings up Bobby Grich. 5-8, that's a fly to right. 2 down as Baines puts it away. Brings up Freddie Lynn. Him and the 2-run homer his last time up. 6-6, not this time, struck him out. Innings over. 4 innings are in the books here at the Big A in Anaheim, and we are tied at 2. As I said, both starters have fatigue of 6, so they can go a couple more innings without any issues, assuming they don't give up a bunch of runs. That's always the caveat. 2-2, top of the 5th. It'll be Aurelio Rodriguez to lead it off. 6-3, and against Zahn, that's a ballpark single with a 2. That will be a base hit for Aurelio Rodriguez. Leadoff single, here's Bill Almond. He's not a good bunter. This would be a good time to bunt, but he's a horrible bunter. So he will stand pat. Nothing on the Havoc. Almond, 4-4 against Zahn, is a ground ball third base X. Third baseman is the Sensei. He's a 1E23. 1 and a 5. Let's see if that's a double play chance. 1 and a 5 is a G1. Chance for a double play. That's a 10. He is an E23. There is an 11, but there's no 10, so it will be a double play. 5-4-3 around the horn. 2 quick outs, and that brings up LaFleur. And by Almond not being able to bunt, that really hurt him. Here's LaFleur. He's 1 for 2 with a double. 3-5 against the left-hander. Struck him out. Innings over. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still tied at 2, as both pitchers have settled in now and are seemingly in a groove. Here's the Sensei, who started that nice double play. Walked in first time up, but then was erased on his own double play, or a double play of their own by Foley last time. 4-4, and that's going to be ground ball shortstop X. That's Almond. He's a 4E48. That's trouble. 4 and a 14, he'll get to it, but the error will be the problem. 4 and a 14 is G2, no problem there. That's an 11, E48 as a shortstop. There's a 12, but there's no 11, so it's a good play. Good play by Almond. He makes the play. He's feeling pretty joyful, so sometimes when Almond is joyful, he feels like a nut. Sometimes he doesn't. Here's Tim Foley. Foley, 5-6 against Dotson. Fly, ground ball to third, rather. There's a dot there, but he's not tired yet. 2 down. For Bob Boone. 5-7 against Dotson. That's damage done. 14 will be a single for Bob Boone. Well, not that much damage, just a single. It's a 2-out single, and Boone will not be. The only 2 that won't be held is Boone and Mark Hill. Those are the 2 catchers. I will not hold them on. Everybody else will be held on. Dotson for the Havoc. Nothing happening. Here's Downing. 1 for 2. 6-6. He's going to ground it to short, and they'll go the short way for the force to end the inning. 5 innings in the books here at the Big A, and it's still 2-2. Now the fatigue inning will begin for both pitchers. Jeff Zahn to face Bernazard, switch hitter. He has popped to short and lined to short, so he's kept Foley busy over there. 3-6, and that's a ground ball to short. He's going to keep Foley busy again. All 3 outs have gone to Foley. 1 down, here's Steve Kemp. 3-7 for Kemp against a lefty. It's a ground ball to second. 2 down. For the Bull, Greg Luzinski. 110, ground ball to short. All 3 of those plays were pluses, but the infields were not in, so they just become routine ground outs in that particular situation. So 3 up and 3 down. Bottom of the 6th. Still tied at 2. And Rod Carew to lead it off for the Angels. Heart of the order, Carew, Baylor, and Jackson. Although Carew, Baylor, and Jackson are combined 0 for 6. That's a 3-6, and that's a ground ball to second, and that's another plus sign. But again, infield is not in, so no worries. Now they're 0 for 7. Here's Baylor. Can he go for 0 for 8? 3-12. Yes, line out to third max, but there's nobody on base, so it's 2 down. So they are now 0 for 11, this threesome. And now here's Reggie trying to break that trend. 6-9, and he might do it. 1 to 7's a home run. That's a 7. We're not robbing home runs, so it is gone. Reginald Martinez Jackson might have just killed the queen with that one. It is gone. It is 3-2. Angels in the lead as they have come back from a 2-0 deficit to finally overtake the Sox. Bobby Grich, 5-4. Ground ball third base X. That's Rodriguez. It's a 2E17. 2 and a 10's good. E17 and an 11. There's a 12 there, but no 11, so it's good play for Rodriguez to end the inning. But the Reggie Jackson homer, and the Angels lead it 3-2. So when the lights are on national TV, Reggie steps up. Bask in the limelight. Here is Jeff Zahn back out. He had nothing against this point of weakness, so he's still good. Facing Paciorek. 1-9 for Paciorek, and that's a strikeout. Zahn still rolling. He's been in control since that home run. He hasn't really given up much of anything. Here's Mark Hill. 2-7 for Hill. 1 to 13's a single, but that's a 14. It's a liner to third. DeCinces snags it. And that's the way it's been going for the Sox the last few innings. 2 out spaces clear for Harold Baines. He's accounted for the only 2 runs of the game on a 2-run homer back in the second inning. 4-9, and that's a fly ball to right. And now Zahn has retired. Looks like 8 in a row. We'll go to the 7th inning stretch here in California, sunny California. And it's 3-2 favor of the Halos. Dodson's going to come back out. He's not tired. He only gave up 1 hit after this in the 6th inning, so he's still good to go. Facing Freddie Lynn. Long ball's got him twice, though. There's Freddie Lynn, 1-8 for Lynn, and he might get him again on a long ball, but that's a 19, so that's actually going to be a double for Freddie Lynn. And now the Sox bullpen is starting to stir down there. Kevin Hickey, a lefty, is starting to loosen for the Sox as Tony La Russa has gotten the bullpen going. Here's DeCinces. Gene Mauch keeping the Angel bullpen quiet with the good pitching of Zahn. 2, chance for a balk or a pass ball. That's a chance for a balk. It's a 1-2 balk rating. And it's a balk. It's a 1, so he balks. So Dodson got a little distracted there, and he balks. Balks Lynn to third base, and now with nobody out, they're going to have to bring the infield in. They have no choice, down by a run already. They can't give up any more cheap runs. So the infield is in. 1-4 for DeCinces. That's a ballpark single check, but that's a 15. It's only a 13, so that's a liner to short. 1 away. Infield's going to have to stay in against Tim Foley. Dodson trying to pitch out of the mess. 5-6. That's a ground ball, third base B. He is not tired yet, so now we got to see what the third base B says with the infield in. That could be a play at the plate where the runner is out. We'll double check it against the results of the board. And it says here with the infield in, runner at third, ground ball B is a 7, batter safe, lead runner is out. So there you go. Freddie Lynn trying to score, but Rodriguez threw him out and Hill put on the tag. It goes 5-2 on the fielder's choice. 2 down now with Foley, the runner, at first. And Bob Boone, the batter, but that's a big sigh of relief by Rich Dodson. 4-11, and that's a walk, so it's not out of the inning yet. That walk is going to put runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Brian Downing, the batter. Dodson now One batter away from qualifying for fatigue, but they're going to try to see if he can coax in one more batter. If he doesn't get down and he's coming out, he's not going to face Carew. They're going to bring in the lefty to face Carew. So this is Dotson's last batter one way or the other. And it's Brian Downing. 210. Ballpark home run chance, but that's a 20. It is merely a deep fly to left to end the inning. And Dotson pitches out of it. Keeps the score at 3-2, but that's going to be it for Dotson. He is done, and Kevin Hickey will come in and pitch in the bottom of the 8th for the Sox. So we go to the top of the 8th. Jeff Zahn still back out there. Bullpen activity for the Angels, just some light tossing on their behalf, as Doug Corbett, their closer, is loosening. And like I said, back in the day, 2-inning saves were no big deal. So Doug Corbett and also Luis Sanchez, they're both loosening. Actually, Sanchez is the one loosening. So Luis Sanchez is loosening in the Angel bullpen just in case. But right now, Zahn says, I can handle it. Here's Rodriguez. 2-3 for Rodriguez, and that's a ballpark single check. That's a 10. That'll be a base hit. So Aurelio Rodriguez gets the single. Now, Allman, he's a 256 hitter, so he's not bad. Let's see who they got on the bench. They do have Carlton Fisk they can always bring in as their ace in the hole. They also have Vance Law that they could bring in. So they're going to pinch hit for Allman with Vance Law. So Vance Law is going to come in, and he'll take over at short as well. Vance Law, a 281 hitter, so he's a better hitter. Also a better bunter if they wanted to go that route. But I don't think you bring in a pinch hitter to bunt. You're going to have him in there to hit. So Vance Law is on to face Jeff Zahn. Nothing on the Havoc. Zahn to Law, 4-4. Ground ball third base, X. That is going to be to Sensei's a 1E23. Good chance for a double play. 1-12 will be that opportunity for a double play. That is an 11. He's an E23 at third base. And unfortunately, for the Sensei, E23 and 11 is an error. It's a one-base error, so there won't be a double play. It'll be an E5. And Zahn is not happy whatsoever. First two are on with nobody out now for Ron LaFleur. Can't blame Zahn for that. That should have been a double play. So you can't really fault him for that. Here's Zahn. Chance for a wild pitch. But no wild pitch. It's blocked by Boone. Here's LaFleur. 3-7, and that's a strikeout. So he gets a big strikeout of LaFleur. One away for Bernazard. Now a double play gets him out of the inning. Nothing there. Here is the pitch to Bernazard. 4-11, switch hitter batting right-handed. 4-11, fly ball to right. That's 2 down. So he's 1 out away from getting out of this mess. And it's left-hander Steve Kemp. Zahn, nothing happening. Here's Kemp. 4-10. 4-10 is a catcher X. That is Boone. He's a 1E3. 1 and a 7 for a catcher. A 1 and a 7 is a P/F. That's a 10. He's an E3. No 10 there. P/F says it's a possible pass ball. So we're going to check the wild pitch rating of the pitcher to see if there's a pass ball. Zahn is only a 1. So there's no pass ball. So instead it will be a pop out to the catcher. Actually, it's a foul out to be specific. So Kemp fouls out to Boone to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, still 3-2 favor the Angels. And we'll get a new pitcher for the White Sox as Tony La Russa has made the move to the bullpen. And he is bringing in left-hander Kevin Hickey. Hickey on the 82 season was 4-4. ERA of an even 3 and 6 saves. And he'll be on to face the left-hander Carew, and then Baylor, and another lefty in Reggie Jackson. So he's in there to face 2 out of the 3 lefties. They also have in their bullpen, loosening due to Sox. They also have right-hander Salome Barojas. He would come in if Hickey struggles. But right now it's Hickey against Carew. Bottom of the 8th, 3-2 Angels lead it here on the NBC Game of the Week from June the 19th, 1982. Hickey to Carew, 4-9. And that's a leadoff walk, not what you wanted to do. La Russa will not like his relievers walking leadoff batters. That's not going to get you in his good graces. Don Baylor, the batter, of course, he's not up there to bunt. He's up there to swing away and do some damage. Nothing there. Here's Hickey to Baylor. 6-8. That's a ground ball third base B, fielder's choice, so they do get Carew off the bases and put the slower running Baylor on. So he's on first with 1 out, and Reggie Jackson, the batter. Reggie coming off that big home run his last time up. Now he's facing the lefty Kevin Hickey, but Reggie still hits lefties pretty well. 2-6, but not this time. He strikes out. So 2 down, and now they'll go ahead and let Hickey pitch to Bobby Grich. Runner at first and 2 outs. Hickey to Grich. 3-6 for Grich. That's trouble. 1-9's a home run. That's a 7. It's a 2-run homer to Bobby Grich, and maybe they should have pulled him, but La Russa stuck with him 1 batter too long. A 2-run homer for Bobby Grich. Unbelievable. A 2-run homer, Bobby Grich, on the 3-6 roll. And they might as well leave him in now to face Fred Lynn. The horse is already out of the barn. 3-11. That is a ground ball to short to end the inning. But damage done. A 2-run homer for Bobby Grich. So all 5 runs for the Angels have come on home runs. A 2-run homer by Lynn, solo shot by Jackson, and now a 2-run homer from Grich. And it's 5-2 as we go to the top of the 9th. And coming on for the Angels to finish out the ball game is right-handed pitcher Luis Sanchez. Sanchez taking over for Zahn, who went 8 innings and pitched beautifully. So Sanchez is on, and on the 82 season, 7-4, 3.21 ERA and 5 saves, and he would qualify for a save because it's a 3-run deficit. So he does get a chance to get a save. Sox will be looking at their bench because we got some righties coming up that maybe aren't that good. Pashorek and Hill, to be specific. So they're going to bring in Mike Squires, actually Rudy Law. They got several guys they can bring in. Fisk could pinch hit as well. So they're going to stick with Luzinski. He's the leadoff man, the DH. But behind him, Squires will bat for Pachoric. And he would play first base if it goes to a bottom of the 9th. And then Carlton Fisk will pinch hit for Hill. And of course would stay in the game and catch if it goes to a bottom of the 9th. Right now Sanchez is going to be facing Luzinski, Squires, Fisk, and if anybody gets on, Harold Baines. So a good portion of the order for the Sox. Some of their better hitters coming up, 4, 5, and 6. Sanchez, 2-6 to Luzinski. That's a leadoff single. So Greg Luzinski reaches. He will not be held, and they're not going to pinch run for Luzinski because they're 3 runs down. So his run really, as long as he's on the bases, they don't need speed out of him. They just need him to not get thrown out. Here's Mike Squires, pinch hitter. And on the season in 82, Squires was 1 home run, 21 driven in, and a 267 average. So that's why he's in there in place of Pashorek. Sanchez, 5-8 against a lefty. Ground ball second base A. That's a 4-6-3 double play. And boy, talking about killing a rally right there, Mr. Squires just did it. And now it's all up to Carlton Fisk. On the 82 season, he was 267 hitter, 14 homers, and 65 driven in. But double play really took the starch out of him. Sanchez to Fisk, 6-6. But Fisk will single to center field to keep the game going. So Fisk is aboard, and that'll bring up Harold Baines. If Harold Baines can reach, the tying run would come to the plate, and they'd probably pinch hit for Rodriguez. 2-12 for Baines, and that's a line-out max. How about that? There are already 2 outs, so there's no double play. But he lines it right to Carew to end the ball game. Hit it right on the screws, but right to Carew. And the ball game is over. The Angels reverse history and win this one 5-2. Don't believe there were any errors in the game. We'll check the hits. The winning pitcher was Jeff Zahn. The loser was Rich Dotson. Tough loss for Dotson. And the save to Luis Sanchez. So we'll check the hits for the Sox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. And for the Angels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. So the final line score for the Angels, 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. For the Sox, 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Winning pitcher Jeff Zahn, losing pitcher Rich Dotson, save to Luis Sanchez. And that sets us up for the game of the week next week on the 26th. We will be at the Astrodome in Houston as the Los Angeles Dodgers and Dave Stewart will take on Don Sutton and the Houston Astros. That'll be on the 26th, next Saturday, game of the week. So be sure to tune in for that. And we'll update the standings of the National League as well on that date. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation of NBC Sports Game of the Week. Stratomatic style, 1982, from June the 19th. Hope your Saturday is going well. And until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And I will see you all down the road.